give it away or sell it to someone that could have a use for it. Remember that I built this myself from the ground up. So I don't want to do that, because if this were to break in any way, shape, or form, not that I think it would, and cause someone else harm or injury or even frustration, I don't think I could live with that guilt. So it's going to stay in my hands, and I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to dismantle it into recyclable materials, trash, and maybe some stuff that I'll keep around. And this presents me with a unique opportunity, because when I built this thing about 4 years ago, I didn't record building any of it. So now I can show you how I put it together by taking it apart. And through the power of hindsight, we can examine all the mistakes that I made in putting this thing together. It was a while ago, remember? And I've learned a lot since then. And maybe I did some things right putting it together, but mostly we'll be examining my mistakes. Join me, you know, if you want to. You don't have to watch this video. The most obvious flaw with this thing is the overall shape of it. It's angular. The only non-right angle on this whole camper is the front slope that I put there for aerodynamic purposes. But aerodynamic, this thing is not. That's the biggest problem with this thing when towing it or hauling it on the back of my pickup is the aerodynamics. It's shaped like a friggin' brick. The weight's no problem, but that big sail up front is. So why didn't I put any rounded edges on it or corners or anything like that to break up the airflow? Well, because I didn't know how I was going to do that. So instead of figure it out, I just didn't. Great mentality, right? Thankfully, I've moved on since then. The side edges of this front panel are sealed in with epoxy, so I don't expect this to be easy to remove.
Hey guys, quick update. The main channel's still down. This is the third channel I own. Give me a break, guys.
Yeah,
we're still having technical difficulties. We might be going for anything. Stay on this channel, guys. I'm gonna start putting more videos on the secondary channel, M&M, or my reboot channel. So yeah, stay for that, okay? Thanks.
I can still remove it fairly easily. This is certainly interesting. I used double stick tape on these vertical struts here, but I didn't expose the adhesive. I guess I was using them as just a little bit of a dampener. Yeah, I left the adhesive protective strip on there. I don't know why I did that. Anyway. That's water damage. Not that it matters too much now because I'm taking it apart, but I did not make this roof strong enough to stand on without bowing in significantly, which made putting these roof panels in place in the first place rather challenging. But the biggest problem with this roof is the shape of it. I made it flat. I didn't put any slope to it, so unless I was parked on a hill, rainwater would just collect up here. You might be able to see on the front edge there, the only thing I used to seal the top of that front panel was just
that's a glitch. Actually, yeah, it's a glitch. It's glitched.
Did not do an adequate job.
Oh, yeah, I know. It's. You can see it too? Yeah. It glitched. It's not my fault, actually. I know. Why? It glitched it. The real term? It glitched. It glitched up.
So the roof may have leaked a little bit of water around some of the screw holes and a little bit around this leading foam seal edge thing, but one place it did not leak any water whatsoever is on these side edges here, because that is sealed up with fiberglass that wrapped around the edge of the steel roofing panels, which will also
okay, guys, I'm gonna have to do.
The first iteration of these sidewalls was some horrible corrugated plastic panel that I used, and they looked terrible almost immediately. So I wasn't happy with that, and I experimented for the second iteration, what you see here.